And then you saw that. So we did one medium, one light. The Infuriate debuff was triggered on Iron Man Infinity War. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right. Oh, geez. You guys are in for a treat here. This is going to be a solo of Abyss of Legends, Iron Man Infinity War. It is going to look smooth, and then it is going to give us an opportunity to talk about Hercules, what he can do, what I'm doing in the fight, and kind of talk about how he works. I have also done another video, which I will do my best to link in this description, and will definitely be in a playlist on my channel, of a 5-star that is not awakened, going over all the positives and negatives of this champion and the very, very realistic uses. I think if you pull this 5-star champion, what you can look forward to and what are you working with. This was for me to figure out if I really want to go after this champion, and also just to give everyone a showcase of this is what is possible with this guy. It is incredible, it is crazy, and it is smooth and it is fun. And then afterwards we will go over another video showing why I believe the awakened ability is really a big key for maximizing what this guy can do. All right, let's jump into it. You can see I brought the 5-star version along. Oh, I'm supposed to say this is also on the content and creator beta. And if you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit like, subscribe, consider hitting notifications, and then sharing this out if you really would like to. I would appreciate it. All right, so the first thing you want to notice with Hercules is these feats of strength. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner. It is the passive, like the guy flexing. And you saw we just triggered 2 of them. You can get a maximum of 12. Those are providing some really, really nice benefits, right? It's increasing your armor penetration, and then that will be dealing a burst of physical damage equal to 10% of the damage that's dealt, and that's those big red numbers you're seeing, and those numbers are just going to continue to go up and up. Every time we are completing one, you see that they are going up. The way I am doing it, especially with Abyss and the hit count, the way it works, that's what these heavies are. You can see we are now already at 12. You can see whenever I complete another one, it will refresh with the in orange, but I'm not going to get any extra. If we had chosen to go all the way to RSP3 somehow and throw that and get knocked down, there is a way you can get a 3rd persistent one, which would cover into the next fight. But I cover that more in depth in the 5-star version video that I have done. And like I said, will be in the playlist and hopefully linked at the end of this video if I'm able to figure out how to do that. All right, so this fight has been going on, kind of discussing how to use him. We do have to play within the confines of Abyss of Legends, and then of course with Iron Man as well too. I'm doing my best to use my SP1 and my SP2 as intercepts. You can see I'm triggering the Infuriate debuff on Iron Man Infinity War. I should be doing it here. And you can do that by your first medium and dashing back, or your first light and dashing back. So here we go. I should be setting it up. Oh no, I'm setting up the SP2 now. So you'll see me go ahead. I should be baiting Iron Man's SP1. Let's go ahead and bait that. I should rush in now and then dash back to trigger the Infuriate. Let's see. Oh no, I just did a nice old regular intercept. But you saw the massive benefit of it. When you intercept with the special 2, the first hit will grant a cruelty buff, right? But if you intercept, you're going to get 2 of those, increasing your cruelty significantly, as you can see by the big numbers we're getting here. And this intercepting with the special 1 does the same thing, except it is a precision buff. You will see, I want to make sure here, I'm intercepting. I have not triggered the Infuriate. There's something about this champion. He is very, very well made. Not only the flow of him, meaning how his kit fits together, but also his animations work very well with him as far as intercepting and the reach on this heavy. You see how many times I'm intercepting and doing very well with it. All right, I really should be looking to do that. Let's see if I'm able to trigger the Infuriate here. You know I do. So there we go, and then dash back. And then you saw that. So we did 1 medium, 1 light. The Infuriate debuff was triggered on Iron Man Infinity War, meaning he is going to play more aggressively. There is a cooldown timer on that, but I rarely found myself wanting to trigger it and having it be on cooldown. It was there when I needed it. You see the massive damage that these heavies are doing. Again, remember, I'm throwing the heavies because of the hit counter of Abyss. They do significant damage. I mean, you can see it. I know you can. But when you do 5-hit combos after you've got the precision and the cruelty too, and you've built up with those feats of strength, it is incredible. Again, that is really going to be showcased in the other video. But I really like this guy. I do think there's some limitations. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end of this video. But I wanted everyone to see what is possible. And like I said, I am myself trying to figure out, because the prestige on this guy is massive. He's basically tied with Rag Thor. And do I want to go and get him? And the answer is, yeah, I do. I don't know if I'm going to do it through Arena or Crystals. I got to figure out my own timing, but I'm going to go for it. All right, let's talk a little bit more about his specials. We're seeing that the special 2 has a guaranteed 3-second stun, which gives a tremendous time to just wail along with those heavies. If the opponent does not have power, you at least a bar of power, you are able to heavy in the corner very safely. You cannot do it off of the SP1. It's just not, the animations don't work, so don't try it. So we're going to continue on. I'm going to use the Infuriate as much as I can. As we all know, once Iron Man Infinity War crosses a certain boundary, that power gain is going to get immense, and you're going to see me go strictly to the SP1 and the heavy, and you're going to see how much damage that is still able to do, or we're still able to put out without even having to go to SP2. Look at this SP2. Look at those massive, massive numbers, guys. That was 45 and 38 at the end there. There were 3 other hits in there with those duplicate damages. That is significant, significant damage. All right, now we've now crossed this boundary, so we're going to be moving to heavies and SP1s. And I guess that is important to point out, actually, with the SP1, and I think we are going to utilize it a few times in this fight. That SP1 is triggering a True Sense buff. Now, it doesn't have Evade, which I typically find to be a bigger problem. But as this game evolves and progresses, we will probably see more hit and more auto block. And so that's what that True Sense will help you get around. You can see the block proficiency on this guy is just fine. He's not really having a lot of trouble with this. We're landing those heavies, which are giving us the feat of strength. I mean, he just fits together so well. He is an absolute blast to play. There are negatives to him. He is not going to take every fight for you. There are downsides, but what he can do, he does exceptionally, exceptionally well. Oh, maybe I am going to get, no, yeah, that's what I thought. So we triggered the Infuriate buff, debuff, went to the SP1. I remembered the game's been so wonky, I just wanted to get the solo. Once I had gotten to this close, I was like, let's not mess around, try to do anything fancy. Let's just get the solo here. You can see how many precision buffs we have going. You can see the damage that we've got. We're going to do this in plenty of time. I think the total's going to be 179 hits. Oh, we did get to an SP2. That's what I'm talking about there, guys. How easily you were able to intercept with him. There's just something about his mechanics, the way he works. I didn't even have the Infuriate on. And then also having his awakened ability is massive. And we're going to get into that now. So 179 hits. That is with the recoil tree masteries there, right? Like dual edged and bleeding edge or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Liquid courage and bleeding edge or dual edge. But that was it. And the Captain America Infinity War. So that was it. That's a rank 3 Sig 200 recoil tree masteries on with 1 synergy. All of that damage and 179 hits against a relatively difficult defender that we're having to auto block, and mainly through using his heavy. Now, why am I not like saying this is the greatest champion in the world? He's amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a couple of reasons, right? He does have utility. If you go, he's going to work where he's supposed to work. In the testing I was able to do, he just doesn't where he's not. The really punishing nodes of like Act 6, if he's not obviously going to work, I found that he just doesn't. Especially if there was a punishing debuff or a damaging debuff that was applied by the node or the defender. What I then needed to do was have him awakened. And I want to show you this right now. So this is actually Act 6 here, I believe 6.3. I really appreciate Captain Dante on my Discord server helping me out with a couple of places. I was like, I'm looking to test someone, you know, on these nodes, and he answered twice for me pretty quickly, and I really appreciate that a lot. It helped me out with this. So this is a biohazard node, and I want to point this out. I know that he has those resistances, right? Let me here, while we're looking at this, I want to get this right. So incoming poison effects, he reduces the poison effects by 50% and makes the recovery reduction from poison 20% less effective, and reduces the potency of bleeds by 50%. So that's allowing him to heal from the recoil tree, right? Liquid courage and dual edge. That is not the same as being immune though, and I really want to point that out. Look at what's happening. This is just your standard biohazard here. Look at the damage that we are taking, okay? This is a 6-star rank 3 Sig 200, and he is taking a lot of damage from this. Plus, you are throwing your specials in these fights, so you are taking the recoil damage too. Now, I'm not playing this perfectly, and that's actually intentional because I wanted to demonstrate to you all, like, okay, I've hit into the block. This is what the poison's now doing. This guy's health bar is going down. And if you're going to be taking him for a whole quest like this, it's something you need to consider. I do not want to have anyone coming off watching my videos and thinking like, cool, biohazard or anything like that, this guy's going to take it for me. I'm not so sure, guys. I really am not. Now, you're going to see me intentionally just let myself get destroyed because I want you to see what I think kind of saves him in this regard, at least for a fight or two, is this signature ability. It's going to cause him to go completely immortal and unblockable, and you can pause the duration of these. People are reporting going to very, very long lengths of time with that immortality because it is paused during special attacks or while you're landing your basic attacks. And we see how easy he is to intercept with, and we see how well he can land his heavies and things like that. So that is there. I just want to make it very clear that this is not an immunity champion. And here's the other thing. Look at, he doesn't start the other fight with some sort of heal afterwards. And we're healing up very, very slightly, but we still, just through one parry, have already triggered immortality again. And we've got to just go ahead and go through that fight. I really like this champion. I like him a lot. He is an absolute blast to play. The flow on him is amazing. The damage is incredible. There is the nice true sense, but I don't want to sell this guy as like the world beater, okay? Right now, I'm thinking, if you're familiar with my rankings on champions, I'm thinking super premium. I'm thinking super premium, maybe the lower end of top shelf. It's going to take a lot more time, and then of course it's how this game evolves and what they throw at us as far as defenders are concerned and as far as nodes are concerned. He's got the damage and he has enough utility, and he has a really, really, really nice insurance plan and safety net in his signature ability that I think there's enough there for him to definitely be a top shelf champion and well within the meta of this game. I don't currently see it with what we consider to be the most punishing nodes in maybe Act 6 or in War. We'll see where this goes. Let me know what you think. Please, please, please do watch the other video of the 5-star. I think that was a more like, hey, I've just pulled this 5-star. What can I expect? This was supposed to be, okay, I've pulled that 6-star, whether it's now or in a few months from now. What can I expect? What am I looking forward to? Do I want to awaken him? Do I want to get 6 stones into him? What kind of cool stuff can I do with him? So let me know how you felt about the format. This is my first time doing a brand new champion with the CCP, so I chose this. Let me know how you enjoyed the format, and then also, what do you think of Hercules himself? Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.